Hi, it's Sarah from sarayip.com, Facebook, The Numbers Queen, and Instagram, sarayip1111 with your May forecast. It's been a big energy, hasn't it? This whole year has just gone boom. Everything's come to a head, just like the number 9. When you look at it, has that big head on a small body, thinking about all the things in the world and what could happen. So I really hope that you can watch to the end of this video. I've got some really cool events and offers and lots of tips for you. So thanks for being here, honestly. Comment truth 555 for luck. I'll reply to everyone as much as I can. So after April, which was this 4 months, it was all about confronting necessary restructures, getting things serviced and checked, and really making sure that your heart is leading the way. We've got May, which is about the next chakra up, the throat. And I mean, I've had a lot going on there. You probably have too. This is where we basically resolve conflict or accumulate it. It's where we like process change, bring in new ideas, purge things that no longer serve us. So I'm sure you've been feeling the vibes already, even though we've just started. In terms of the numbers, it's a 9-year in May is the 5th month. This becomes 14, which is a karmic number in numerology. So karmic number, some people call it karmic debt. I try to de-scarify the language. But this is a number about being immoderate or extreme. So basically, 5 energy looks like someone running. It looks like a bike. It's about freedom. It's about spaciousness. It's about opportunities, alternative ways to the top, diversity. You can see that 5 looks forwards and backwards. So really a very cool number. But when we get the 14 in front of the 5, it's just about sometimes like escapism, addictions, rushing, violence, basically. So when you see really strong 14s, it can vary from someone who has like special needs and they learn in a very different way, often like kind of more on the job. It can also turn into someone who's like super passionate or even like breaks the rules a little too much. So they really are learning to be honest, law-abiding, moderate, rather than like a super extremist. So the current president of the United States has a very strong 14 energy. It's a 68-14-5 name he carries, and I believe it was around 68 he decided to start running for president. So numerology, a lot of these people use it. In terms of just energy tips for you this month with relationships, so 5s, they really disdain convention. They are the rebels, even if they hide it often until their midlife, or they keep it more in their private life, for example. But this is really a time for like romantic and business opportunities. Like just make the most of it. There's like this open energy starting to happen in society. People are really looking for genuine connection and conversations as we're starting to see the world become more frantic and a lot of sort of artificial energy enter the space. So don't be afraid. I've been hiding under a bit of a rock. Just a few days ago, I filed for divorce on the 1st of May, actually, which was also the birthday of my business. It's just turned 14, so it is a teenager going out into the world. Very bittersweet decision to apply for divorce. I really want to say thank you to everyone who's supported me and the boys as we come through this huge new portal all together. So with work, 5s are jack of all trades. They're very fast learners. This is kind of like the doctor, mad professor number. So use this month's energy to pick up some new skills, get curious about your career again, question things. The whole idea of evolving or going extinct is very relevant. So with spirituality, 5s, they like to find their own way to heaven and to happiness. This month is a great time to develop your psychic abilities. I realize the bias that would, come from someone like me, but it is the truth. So words like intuition, leadership, and parenting, they all add to the same vibration of 5-0. They're extremely related qualities and skills. 5 is about honoring your inner voice, balancing, listening and speaking up. It's about staying forever young, adapting, flexing. So with the cards, we have got this Hermit card for all of 2025. And this is about really finishing things off, completing cycles that we started 9 years ago, really preparing for that next chapter of humanity, even though it's a bit scary, but it's also exciting depending on how you support yourself and look after yourself. So the number for May being 14, we've got the temperance, which you might know is often associated with giving up drinking. The country I come from, like, there's a lot of alcohol use, and alcohol has a 3 energy, the same as Australia, actually. And it's very much about the solar plexus. It gives you that, I guess, like that boost of energy and confidence. But for some people, it does seem to then block their heart chakra, their ability to sort of keep progressing, I suppose, spiritually. And I guess what I'm suggesting is you often see, you know, people who have like alcohol stuff going on, pair it with people who tend to think a lot. So I've got a saying, you know, overdrinkers and overthinkers. It's a bit of a thing you see out there, and it's something that I see in some of my clients and my inner circle. So I just wanted to comment, because with that 5 energy, this is the chance to have open conversations. It's not about blaming or shaming. It's really just like, how else could we do this? You know, really, we all want the same things. It's just sometimes we have those, you know, challenging behaviors we've been carrying for a long time. So it's always possible to start again. So who's in the spotlight this month? People with 5 as their life path. So that's the sum of your date of birth. You can go to my site, sarayip.com, for a free calculator, lots of videos, class replays, all kinds of interviews. Also, anyone who's got really strong 5s in their date of birth, their numerology, their chart. We just had the 5th of the 5th, which was Buddha's birthday yesterday. How do you know if you've got 5s in your chart? One sign is sometimes seeing a lot of 555, but it's also true that other people will see that. 555 is about throat chakra. So it's often like, you know, listen to yourself or to what the universe is trying to tell you. I see it particularly with people who are leaving toxic situations. They're really wanting to experience something different, something more respectful in their life. And that can be really, you know, just a little handy hint for this month. It's also about not giving up, because, of course, 5 is the halfway point between 1 and 9. And so, you know, it's like saying you got to 50%, you've passed, keep going, don't undo all of your progress. So this whole year, 9s are in the hot seat. And I've actually just put my 2025 forecast on sale for 50% off. So if you really want to know all about this year in all the details with lots of helpful techniques and guest speakers, check that out, link in my bio. So what about some important days? Well, we've just had Star Wars Day, May the 4th. We've also just had the Australian election, and you might have seen I've just done a post on Peter Dutton and how all his numbers showed he was going to go. Pluto retrograde falls in the 5th. That's happening now. So really, this is like when they talk about the truth coming out, you know, the carpet being pulled up. Got the full moon coming on the 12th and 13th. If you run a business, if you do events around a full moon, you're going to get more people, but they're also going to be more emotional, more extroverted. So, you know, you get the good with the mixed. We've got Saturn and Aries coming in 24th, 25th, and a lot of people have been talking about this for years. So basically just, you know, there's a lot of revolution in the air, and please don't be afraid. Honestly, as they say, the difference between, you know, fear and anticipation is just breathing, oxygen, you know, spaciousness. Then we'll have a new moon on the 26th, 27th, and that's always a lovely time to set intentions, you know, start again, give yourself some rest. So I've got some really cool events coming up. I have just started to take bookings, do classes again. It's been a very long road back, but we are getting there. So tomorrow, the 7th of May, I am doing a paid call, which is in my study group with Patreon, and that's tarot readings for the people coming with my wonderful mentor, Vicky Haspels. We also have a free tarot class after that, and that's run by Vicky, and that is for the public. So again, just check out the links. There's still time to register. Vicky is a master teacher. She has been literally my teacher for decades. Can't recommend her enough. And she's just expanding into this online space, and super excited to be promoting her work. So come to that free tarot lesson with Vicky. It'll be happening every month. It's going to be an amazing group of people. On the 10th of May, we've got Secrets of 5 Life Paths, which is an in-depth how to make the most of your 5 life paths. And that's in my study group. You can come, as a one-off, or you can buy the replay. There's lots of options, but just check out the links in my bio. It's going to go for about 90 minutes, and we've got lots of survey feedback from fives around the world, which I always find is absolutely humbling and fascinating. On Saturday, the 7th of June, so it's a little further out, I will be doing palm readings at Ipswich Plant and Lifestyle Fair. We've already sold out of pre-bookings. They go like that these days. But I will have some spots on the day, and hopefully doing some talks and things. So come by and say hello. And I'm about to announce a palmistry workshop. I haven't done them for many years, probably around Logan, around mid-June. So stay tuned. These kinds of events do tend to sell out, but I will give you as much notice as I can. So really, apart from that, I am basically starting to pivot my business. I'm working a lot with people who own a business or have property to help them with numerology, forecasts and analysis and that kind of thing. Also just about to go into round 6 of 1111 World Changes. So this is basically the program I've been running for 3 years to help women leaders enter the spotlight, including like doing media, online work, like video classes, and help basically achieve their dream career changes. It is a lot easier on the body if you are juggling a lot of things. We can't always do things in person, but we can still make a difference. And it really helps to have that group of people who love you no matter what and really want to get into the nitty-gritty with you. And we just use all our magic powers together. So that's an awesome group. Let me know if you're interested in that. Last couple of tips. Just remember it's the Chinese Year of the Snake, which is actually a 5 energy. And with it being already May, that 5 months, shed your inhibitions. There's no time like now. Honestly, it's all about the naked truth. I've got this beautiful butterfly picture. I've used this for a while, but interestingly, I just did a 1-hour podcast on Virginia Giuffre. I think I've said her name right. And this is a podcast with Hayden Crawford from Dreamtime Academy. Thank you, Hayden. It's all about her Life Path 11 numbers, her legacy as an activist against sex trafficking, her bravery. Please go and watch it. There's been the most incredible synchronicity since I prepared that. It has actually been passed to Cheryl Myers, who was Virginia's carer. After we published it, it came out in the Daily Mail that Virginia was psychic and she used to see 11 on clocks. And so that's why I contacted the journalist who then passed it on. It's amazing how powerful love can be, whether it's on earth or in the spiritual planes. I hope that you've learned something today from this forecast. Thank you so much for staying with me. So much love. And just remember, if you enjoyed it, comment truth 555 for luck, and I'll get back to you. This has been Sarah from sarayip.com, Facebook, The Numbers Queen, and Instagram, sarayip1111. Thank you for all your support and so much love during this slightly crazy time for Earth. Hold on, we're getting there. The angels are here, and just keep your brain on. See you soon. Bye.